So now as I sit here with a nice clean work surface, just spent a couple of hours straightening everything out and cleaning things up, trying to decide what we may work on next. And as I was doing some cleaning, I came across this guy. It's a Mastos 55 Chevy. I've already gotten taken apart. I've already got it drilled and tapped. And then I happened to look at Donnie Griffin's shop card. So, you can imagine what I'm about to do. So, as with any good model, die-cast related, we start with stripping the paint. The upper half is all plastic, so we'll tend to that later. And we have here the sauce, I call it. Just let it sit and soak.
Alright, so here we have it a couple hours later. The paint is all bubbled up and ready to be cleaned up, so we bring it on over to the sink. Get in there with some nice warm water, wire brush, old toothbrush. This is the end result. So that's the final cleaning. We're just getting the paint off, and we'll hit it with the wire wheel next.
Alright, so here we are at the bench. I've hit it with the wire wheel and got it cleaned up really good so I can get a good close inspection at the casting lines. Just like with any other model, we need to clean up the body lines. I don't know if you can see it, but right along this top ridge, there's a mold line. Just see it right there. So on this side, the driver's side, I've already hit it with the file. So I have these little micro files, and just work the metal, try and get rid of that seam line. I can see that maybe I got to hit this a little bit more, but it wraps itself around the front headlights and the front hood there. So get that cleaned up and get it ready for my primer prep, and then some primer and see how it looks before we go to final color. All right, so I'm going to try to bring you along with me here on the cleanup. I got the driver's side done. I just went ahead and hit it with my little sanding stick here. I'm pretty happy with that until I get some primer on it. We'll see what else it looks like. And I just started the file this side. Same thing. So you can see as with the file, it it leaves some nasty scratches. That's where the sanding comes in. I can get most of them out. And then we'll see what it looks like with primer. This is going to need just a little bit more. And of course, this will all get cleaned with isopropyl. No, it's going to get cleaned with the isopropyl alcohol. Going to get all cleaned and wiped down before I paint it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of these, clean up some of the body lines, see how it looks. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get this cleaned up now. A little bit of 70% isopropyl alcohol. Get it put into my helping hands here. So, trying to not touch the surface all that much. This is how I'm going to go ahead and get it painted. I'm going to paint this too. This is going to get primered. So the metal casting gets sprayed first with my Mr. Metal Primer, which is a metal prep. And then that'll get sprayed with this here. They'll both get sprayed with it eventually. Another Mr. Hobby product. It's basically a etching primer. Spray this onto the metal. Helps the primer stick to the metal much better. So I'm going to get this stuff over to my paint booth over there and get this stuff ready to go. Changed my mind on the primer. I went ahead and painted the main casting pink and the upper portion of the body pink as well, because I'm going to have to do this white, and that's going to be red. So this was solid black, and this obviously was just bare metal. But anytime we're doing red, we can use that pink primer. It helps the red pop a little better. And I went ahead and hit my base with some matte black. I sanded off some of the markings that were on here, except for the 1955 Chevrolet BelAir. I don't know if you can see that, but I kept that on the chassis. I'll come back later and detail up some of this stuff. But I think right now, I'm going to go ahead and get this ready and hit it with some pure white. All right, so this isn't exactly what we expected the top half of the car to look like. But yeah, it just goes to show that once you get paint on something, you can see some more flaws. And there was a bunch of seam lines on the back end of this car that had to get taken care of. So yeah, back to the sanding it went after I got a first light coat of white on it. And now we're going to head back to the paint booth and yeah, hit it with some more pink primer. All right, so it's been a minute. The finish line is close. This is what we got. The three main components. I got the base done, aside from my channel decal that I put on the bottom of it. I got the main casting painted, trimmed out as best as I can. The top half of the chassis and the windows, oh my gosh. Don't primer in pink if you want to paint it white. Pro tip. Probably rookie tip, I don't know. That was a nightmare. I still got to do the black windows. I got the panel liner done on the trunk. I got the chrome trim done around the windows. Hopefully once I paint it black, it looks a lot better. But this is going to be it that I show you for now until we get to the turntable. So I will see you guys all at the final reveal. All right, well, finally, here we are. Thanks for hanging out here with me for the final reveal of the 1955 Chevy BelAir. So if you recall, that right there is kind of what we were shooting for. We started with a black and orange chassis setup, and we've done our best to replicate Donnie Griffin's shop card with our version of the 55 Chevy BelAir. So let me get this up on the turntable for you. We'll take a closer look at it. All right, so there we have it. Did the best job we could of transforming this from the black top and the orange lower half to replicate Donnie Griffin's shop card that you see there in the background, with repainting the top, the gloss white, and then blacking out the windows. Did the best job that we could with the chrome trim around the windows and everywhere else on the car. A lot of chrome trim on these. And I think we did a pretty good job. It looks pretty good. Detailed up the taillights. Didn't touch the rear bumper. Exactly as the factory car was. And we just changed the wheels to match the closest to what I had. That would match Donnie's. Front bumper we didn't touch. The front grille we black washed a little bit. Detailed up the headlights. The hood ornament we painted up. And then as the front comes around, I'll give you one more shot. You can see I did some panel lining here on the trunk lid. I went around the doors with some black panel liner. And I tried my best at detailing that Chevrolet emblem there on the front grille that you see right here. Did the best I could with that small little item. But there we have it. Finished product. 1955 Chevy BelAir. This is a Mastos casting. Thanks for hanging out here with me for another episode of Mike's Miles and Customs. Until next time, guys, catch you on the next one.